Hi guys, this is Karen over at Bijou Accessories, and today I wanted to talk to you about septum rings. If you don't know what a septum ring is, this is your septum, the space between your two nostrils. So when you get that pierced, the septum ring is just a ring that goes into that piercing. I remember back in the day, there weren't too many people wearing septum rings. It was kind of reserved for the most edgy people. But nowadays, everyone seems to have a septum piercing, everyone seems to have a septum ring. And since it's such a popular accessory, and we're an accessories website, I thought it'd be good to go ahead and discuss it. And I think with this trend, if you do it correctly, your septum ring is going to end up being a very nice accent to your face. Whereas if you go too large, too loud, or too gaudy, or too ornate, you're going to end up looking like a sexy bull or a sexy cow. And when people look at your face, they're only going to be focused on that septum ring and not take your entire face into account. Um, so I'm going to bring up three celebrities which I think are really overdoing it as far as septum rings are concerned. And then I'm going to bring up three celebrities which I think really got the spirit of the trend and are rocking it in a very visually appealing way. First, I'm going to bring up Zoe Kravitz. This particular ring is really large. As you can see from the photo, she's got some sort of loopy chainmail type thing going on. It's just very off-putting. To me, it looks like she's got some sort of crusty, dry discharge coming out of her nose. It looks like a wasp came under her nose and made a nest there. It's just very off-putting. So that was Zoe. Next is Lady Gaga, and as you can see from this photograph, she's got this septum ring with an open septum ring with two black, I think they're jewels in them. And so when you see these gigantic black jewels and they're contrasted against her skin tone, it just makes them pop. And it looks like maybe she's got two blackheads under her nose or two growths under her nose. When you're looking at it, that is the thing that your eye goes to is her septum ring. And you probably would say, well, she's known for bucking the trends, and you can't really expect her to follow, regular beauty standards. But I feel like that was earlier on in her career. I feel like recently she's toned things down a bit. After she did that collab with Tony Bennett, she usually tried to come off a little bit more polished and a little bit more elegant. She was dating Taylor Kinney. I would see her in the Candids, and she didn't look like she was wearing anything tension grabbing or bright or crazy, nothing like her meat dress that she usually, wore back in the day. So I feel like she's toned things down, which surprises me that I see this photo and it surprises me because, maybe it's old, maybe it was taken a while back, or maybe she just woke up one day and decided she was going to be loud and gaudy for no reason. Who knows? But that's why I added her to the list of people who are kind of overdoing it as far as septum rings are concerned. Now we have Rihanna, and it's not a loud ring, as you can see by the picture. It's not a gaudy ring. The problem with this ring is that it has a dangling ornament. Now, anytime you have a septum ring with a dangling ornament, it's going to be constantly moving because you're constantly moving your head, you're constantly talking, it's just there glinting back and forth, all you see is that hanging ornament. And when you wear it under your nose, it looks like you have a booger hanging. It looks like you have a large diamond-shaped gold-colored booger hanging out of your nose. It's really just going to make people want to give you a tissue. It's very off-putting. It's hard to hold a conversation with someone who has that moving ornament under their nose all the time. So that's why she's on the list. Now, for three people who I think are rocking it in a really, really visually appealing way, first, I'm going to go with Kat Graham from Vampire Diaries. This is a very cute, very simple type of septum ring. It's got, a little bit of filigree going on, a little bit of ornament going on. It looks kind of like an engagement ring. And it's just very pretty. It's not off-putting at all. Secondly, we have Zendaya. As you can see here, hers is sort of similar to Kat's, but it's different because it's a little bit more ornate. And it looks kind of like an upside down tiara. And to me, it's very pretty. And it's just an accent to her face. It's not the focal point. And very lastly, I have Jessica Biel. Hers is so subtle that if it weren't for the camera flash reflected in it, you wouldn't see it at all. It's just very subtle. And it's almost too subtle. but it works because you can rock it and wear it with your formal dress to a formal event, and you can also wear it casually, and it's not going to be very off-putting at all. You're going to be able to hold conversations and network with people and not have them be staring at your ring the entire time. So that was my 6, 3 good and 3 bad. Remember to shop at bijouonline.store. That's BIJOUX online.store. I'm wearing our wide metal bib choker right now. Get one while it lasts. There's only 2 left, and they're only $13.99. So it's first come, first serve. As you can see, it's very nice and very simple. I like it a lot. It's one of my faves. Also, stay tuned because next month we're going to be doing a video on gauges. And there are so many questions that go along with gauges. Are they appropriate for the workplace? When people who are not of African descent wear them, are they appropriating Black culture? A lot of things to discuss about that. So stay tuned. That video is going to come out next month. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.